Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Taheton County, Iowa. Um, it's probably been several months since I last talked to you. Well, to you guys, it'll probably be like 2 or 3 weeks difference, maybe even 1 week if I time these videos right. But we, I don't have too many updates. I was just kind of cleaning up the farm, getting moved into the house, getting settled in. We did a bunch of baling this summer that I probably could have videoed, but I just didn't really have the time or the want after having a storm destroy your farm. It's um, kind of difficult to have some of that motivation. So, equipment wise, I don't think much has changed. We did sell, so we had bought that Gale baler, round baler. I baled some with it this summer after they got all the trees cleaned up that I'll show you. Um, I baled some with that and then decided to sell it. Um, so there's that. That's the biggest change equipment wise. As you can see, it's fall now. We've been combining for the neighbor, the guy that I work for. We've been combining for him a bunch already. We have this field down here left. We have my field, and then we have one of his fields by his brother's house. That's all we have left. So, um, on to the other update. We'll just keep moving here. I think in either the last video or 2 videos ago, or maybe even more than that, I had told you I was going to have a logging company in here and clear up all these trees that were damaged from the storm. And they did a pretty good job, I'd say. They cleaned up everything and removed all the stumps. I was going to do that, but they said they have a chainsaw attachment and that, or chainsaw, skid loader attachment that makes it really fast and they can just buzz over them in seconds. So, yeah, we got all these trees removed right up to the property line there. You can see right on the other side of those trees is a pond, or well, I don't know, it's a big pond basically on the other side of those trees. Um, so that is what kind of feeds this creek for the main part. But yeah, I'm gonna see. I think I'm gonna try and disc this up after we get done harvesting and after the sale that's coming up, the end of year consignment sale that's now going to be in the middle of harvest because usually we're done with harvest by November 1st. And this year with the storm and all the replant corn that we did, um, this field or my fields all are going to be behind. The neighbor's field back there, the cornfields, the soybean fields are ready. The cornfields are behind. So yeah, my cornfields, both of them, and his field over there, and his one by his house, which we knew would be a little bit later because we put a later hybrid there. We also planted it first, so we knew that it was going to be a little bit later. But yeah, I think that's most of the updates. I was kind of me rambling for a little bit there. But we are going to go ahead and jump in my truck. I got my wagons hooked up there so we can, once we get done with soybean harvest for him, we can just move into soybean harvest for me, which I think is going to be in the same video today. I'm hoping so because we have a 60-foot soybean header, so it takes us like 2 seconds. But we'll head up there. I'll give you some of the updates for his farm. Other than he's been squaring away, selling a bunch of equipment because they are downsizing. They got rid of their cattle and stuff. I think I told you that before. So they, during the hay auction sale earlier in the year, they sold a bunch of their hay equipment. Now this sale at the end of the end of the month, it's October. That will be, well, I guess it's in November, but or the sale is in November. But or he sold or selling. You know what? I'll just go up there and show you. I'm gonna stop rambling. Okay, guys, we got up to the neighbor's farm now. I'll show you the biggest update, other than he sold his John Deere combine, the 9870, and its heads, both corn and, well, I guess he didn't sell it. It's on the sale. But he traded in his Hagee sprayer and the sprayer attachment that goes on his case. I don't know what those are called off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but yeah, sprayer or whatever. So he just has the spreader put on there permanently, but he traded in his Hagee and that tank for this new R4 4045. I think it's a 120-foot boom, and I think it's got the CN spray tack on it, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that. So yeah, he just got it right at the end of September, I think. Well, yeah, so like 2 weeks ago, I think. But yeah, so must have unhooked the tillage bar from the Steiger 620 over here, which is in the barn there. They unhooked it, but they've been busy spreading fertilizer the past couple days while I've been combining soybeans for them. So all the fields that we've already combined, they've already spread fertilizer on as well. Yeah, so you'll be able to see it here. We got the combine set up, sitting here in the field. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, because I brought the head over to the brother's place because we're going to go over there and hook up and combine that little patch. But yeah, we got this big field combined and all, or the other two fields here. They don't own that field where that highline pole is. There's still soybeans that are still green in it, which is this late in the year surprising me. Oh, I couldn't even hear that one until I walked right up next to it. But they got the combine running, so that should probably mean I should get going. I normally have the grain cart and both trucks set up, and then I'll just fill up or dump at one end, or at each end there'll be a truck, and a grain cart will be at one of the ends, and I'll just dump on it whenever I need to. Since soybean harvest it yields low enough, I really don't need anyone trucking most of the time. But yeah, especially since they got rid of their other combine now, and it's just me and the neighbor and his brother who lives right over there. Since it's just them now, we just kind of, they do fertilizer most of the time while I'm combining off the soybeans, and then once they get it close enough to the combine with the fertilizer, one of them will go park the truck, and then the other will finish spreading the fertilizer, and then the one that parked the truck, will start doing some tillage. So yeah, with that, I'll stop wasting time and I'll jump in the combine here, and we'll get to combine soybeans. Okay, guys, as you can see, we got the header hooked up and everything, and so now we're gonna try and combine some soybeans. It's been a couple hours since I've driven this, so we'll try to do a good job here. 60 feet is a long ways, by the way. Or 50 feet, however big this head is. I can't quite remember. I thought he said he was going to get one of the 60 footers because they're out on prototype right now. But yeah, so crawl out here and double check out. I hit the straw button again. Well, we were going to do that on my field. I wasn't expecting to do that here, so that's my bad. But I left the header going, which is my bad. Looks like all the wires are still hooked up. Yeah, it is the 60-foot prototype. Must have bought it. But, alright, anyways, we'll just time-lapse this field, and I'll see you guys down at the other field when we get moved down there. Okay, guys, as you can see, I've moved down to the other field now. Obviously, I ended up having some issues in the other field with the other head. It was pushing a bunch, and thankfully, the landlord, well, I think it was just too big for the field, but the landlord thankfully could go get his old head, and I think he's going to keep it now. And we're just going to go with either a 40. I think he's just going to stay with a 40-foot because it just kind of works in our area. I honestly don't think that the 60-foot would even go through my field for sure. That's 100% one of the reasons why he had rented it to me anyways. So yeah, so we got moved down here. You missed that whole time lapse because I was having troubles with that head, but right after that little clip of me talking about it, But now you'll actually get a time lapse of the full harvest of this field, and it'll take a little bit longer than that 60-foot head would have, but it should work and cut everything well. This 40-foot head. But yeah, we got this little patch cut out, and we're gonna jump back in the combine here, and we're gonna go ahead and get going. If I hit the right buttons. Oops, that was the wrong one. Okay, so I've talked enough in this video. We'll just go ahead and go straight into the time lapse. I hope you enjoy. Combine that yet tonight, and I gotta bring my wagons over because we're just gonna fill up my wagons, and I'm alone still. I think they were, what day is it? It's like Wednesday morning. I think they were at the bank or something, trying to get some land straightened out, because the landowner, or my neighbor, owns the ground that we are standing on and that cornfield, but he wants to rent me this field next year. So we are going to, or he is trying to get that straightened out so he can rent it out and his brother doesn't have to worry about it. But we will see what happens there. With that, I'll stop rambling again, and we will see you guys at the field. Okay, guys, we're getting pulled up here. Let's see if I got it. Oh, nailed it every time. First try. Definitely didn't cut out like 5 other tries. But we'll just get in the case combine here and get her hooked up. And then back up a little bit. Crawl back out. Jump back in the truck. Pull the head. And then we'll get a spot cut in this little field here. And I'll back the trailer back up and put her in the field. But yeah, this is my 2 soybean fields here. I'm working on trying to buy them from the landlord or the neighbor. It's the same neighbor that I work for. But yeah, he doesn't have a planter that really fits in here anymore. And obviously the header that we're using earlier, that I cut out because it wasn't working on the small field. So it wouldn't have worked in here. That header is what I was trying to say there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just lower it down so I can see a little bit better. But yeah, we'll go ahead and combine these fields. I hope you enjoy this time lapse of combining these little fields. And I'll see you guys after we get done combining my soybeans. decided it wanted to start raining, even though it's pretty clear skies out. So I'm gonna run this load in. I was almost confident that I was gonna need more room than these two wagons by the looks of it. Soybeans are yielding pretty good, so we'll go ahead and jump in the 4760 here and tarp up the J&M at least, and we'll run into town and unload this, and then I'll probably see you guys in the morning, because if it keeps raining, we will not be able to harvest any more soybeans today. If it were to stop right now, we'd be fine, but yeah, so let's go ahead and run into town, get these unloaded, get the check for them, and I'll probably see you guys in the morning, I guess. Okay, guys, as you see, we got here to the co-op, and thankfully, they're still open. They're going to be closing here in a couple hours, just because of this weather. Not too many farmers are going to be able to keep harvesting, so as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit worse. So we're going to go ahead and jump back in the tractor here, and I'll just take you guys over here. It's this dump right here in front of us. So we'll just go ahead and pull in. If you guys can remember the first, oh man, it's been, well, I guess it's only been 6 months since I worked here. Well, it's almost been a year now. Well, not quite, but yeah. So this is the co-op I used to work at, as I try to talk to you and focus on unloading my overit. Let's see. G I G I G. Okay, guys, as you can see, I got both of the wagons unloaded. They just barely fit over the pit. But yeah, this is the co-op I used to work at. Looks like they've kind of cleaned some of the stuff up recently. They used to have a couple sprayers. Maybe they're probably pulled into the seed shed now that I think about it. They used to have a couple that sat out in a couple trailers, but now that the seed shed isn't full because it's not planting season, they probably backed them into that shed now that I think about it. And the fertilizer, well, no, the fertilizer shed should be used right now, so maybe they don't have anything, but yeah. Parker's empty. J&M should be empty here any second now. Alright, let's go ahead and jump back in the tractor and run back to the scale. If I remember right, they want you to swing around and pull right back through here so you can go back across the scale. And get my empty weight, and then they'll let me know how many bushels was there, and then we'll be able to get our check tomorrow, or hopefully tomorrow if it doesn't rain too much. We can finish soybeans. 16,820. God, there's 20,000 pounds on there now that I think about it. Holy cow. So they got the weight, so we'll go ahead and head back to the field. We'll park this in the field, and then probably just see you guys in the morning if we can combine. Hopefully it's not raining. Well, it probably won't be in the morning. Probably afternoon now that I think about it. So I will see you guys in the afternoon tomorrow. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, I guess good evening. It's like 6 o'clock now. Boss or neighbor just said that he kind of walked out my beans and said they'd probably go if I wanted to hurry up and finish this morning or this evening. It's, yeah, 6 o'clock. Yep. Remember, you wasted half the day today. Um, so, with that, we're gonna jump back in the neighbor's truck here, and we're gonna head back over to the field. We got, what did we do? Oh yeah, so this morning while I wasn't recording and it was kind of drying up, there was a good wind all day, but the beans were just picked up just too much moisture out of that 1/4 inch of rain that we got yesterday afternoon. So yeah, as you can see, we brought the corn header down, the service truck, the other truck, or the, well, not the other truck, the semi. We're gonna bring the other semi down tomorrow or whenever we start corn harvest. And we're gonna combine this field first, and then we're gonna go combine my field over by my house, and then we'll go move on to their last cornfield up by their house there. We did combine a fair amount of corn already before we even got done with soybeans, because our soybeans were so far behind here at the bottom because of how much got washed out and flooded and just, yeah. So we'll keep heading over to the field here, and we will see you guys at the field, and hopefully we will finish up soybean harvest today. Okay guys, as you can see, I got hooked back up to the trailer there, the header trailer. Got the wagons parked there. We'll get the combine going. We went over, we greased it, and we checked the oil and everything this morning. But I'll go ahead and crawl back in here, and we'll kick her on and get every light on that we can possibly have on, because it's getting dark out. Just hit the wrong switch here. Alright, got that tested, and we'll go ahead and drive over here and hopefully finish up soybean harvest now. So I hope you guys enjoy, hopefully, the last time lapse of soybean harvest today. Well, guys, I think that'll do it then for this episode. Kind of, I don't know, I'm not overly proud of it, but trying to figure out what I like with this stuff. I do want to say thank you to everyone that is watching. I did not honestly expect to have, at the time of this recording, I have 60-some subscribers. Did not expect to, I mean, from day one, I was just going to post this stuff, see what happened. I did not expect to have 60 people following along and watching the videos. I mean, yeah. So I want to say thank you to all of you. I know this is going to be at the end of the episode. Maybe I'll open up the next episode saying the same thing. But I do want to thank all of you. I greatly appreciate every view, every subscriber, every like, every comment. I greatly appreciate everything you guys add to the videos. With that being said, please do me a favor again, as always. Drop a like and a subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.